x squared plus 11x plus 24 divided by x squared minus 5x minus 14 is less than or equal to 0. To solve this, I first need to factor these. So if I factor that numerator and denominator, I get x plus 8 and x plus 3. For my denominator, I get x minus 7, and x plus 2 is less than or equal to 0. Next, I need to find my critical values. My critical values are going to be those that either make this entire statement 0 or make it undefined. From my numerator, I know that negative 8 and negative 3. And from my denominator, 7 and negative 2. Once I have those values, I can make some test values. So negative 8, negative 3, negative 2, and 7. Let's come up with some test values then. Perhaps negative 10, negative 5, negative 2.5, 0, and 10. What I want to do with these test values is to place them into my original problem to see if I in fact get a true statement or a false statement. For instance, if I put negative 10 into my original, I would get 7/68. 7/68 is less than or equal to 0. Well, that would be false. So I know within this region is not my solution set. Going through the rest of those, if I checked negative 5, that would be a true statement. If I checked negative 2.5, that would be false. If I checked 0, that would be true. And if I checked 10, that would be false. Now that I've defined these regions, let's go ahead and label our number line. So negative 8 will be a closed dot because it's less than or equal to, so it can contain negative 8. Negative 3 is a closed dot, again because it contains that. Negative 2 is an open dot. Even though it's less than or equal to, remember negative 2 came from our denominator. And negative 2 would make that denominator 0, so we cannot contain that point. And that's the same with 7. It's going to be an open dot. Looking at our test values, it was false within this region, but true when we checked negative 5. So my graph, my solutions lie within those. And when we checked negative 2.5, that was false. But when we checked 0, that was true. And so we know that my solution sets lie within this region as well. And finally, when I checked 10, that was false. So that gives me my completed solution set.